Oh my goodness. What a historical day. This day has been huge. What's good, everybody? This is your boy Anthony Blaze Jr. back with another episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. It's been cracking today. It seemed like everything just went. They just opened the floodgates today. Opened the floodgates, and I just had to drop a video for you guys today because we got to cover some stuff because I want to make sure you guys are laced up and ready for the 2022 season. Again, this is your first time here, press like, jump in the comments, let me know what you think about the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Again, this is Flawless Fantasy Football. I'm going to give it to you real, unscripted, and raw. I'm not in the business of worrying about anybody's feelings getting hurt or some viewer this and that or losing sponsorships. No, we don't play those games around here. All right? Let's go ahead and just get the cracking. Let's just start off. Let's just start with the Green Bay Packers. This was a no-brainer here. I've been saying this one here for the longest, that Aaron Rodgers was not going to leave arguably the best receiver in the NFL. Just wasn't going to happen. Just wasn't going to freaking happen. Such a rapport and the whole area of Green Bay. Listen, I said it a few times already at least, that they were just going to be able to just give him a blank check and have him write it out. And that's essentially what they did. 4 years, $200 million. 4 years, that's 50. That's an average of $50 million a year, even though the numbers are going to work out different per year. With an extension from the Green Bay Packers, he won't be playing for another team. All that trash talk about Aaron Rodgers this, Aaron Rodgers that, I didn't talk about it at all last year because I just didn't want to talk about it. I just didn't see it happening, and I wasn't in the business of talking about that because I was just strictly geared towards fantasy. I ain't talk about all the other hoopla. But that's a done deal. Everybody can stop talking about that now. Green Bay is going to be who they were and they're going to be who they were last year. And it's just going to be the same Green Bay Packers, except Aaron Rodgers is locked in. He won't never put on another uniform for another team. And that's good because I'm glad that he didn't do a Brett Favre or a Peyton Manning or anything like that. It's refreshing to see and feel when actually a franchise Hall of Fame quarterback stays with that team. That's rare nowadays. That's hella rare. So he is the highest paid player in the NFL history. And I can't argue with that. It won't stay that way that long. Well, I guess he's getting more money than Patrick Mahomes now. But at the end of the day, listen, with all that drama there, he just basically, he deserves it. He deserves it. Aaron Rodgers been around for a while. He's tried and true. Came in knocking. 153 of that $200 million is guaranteed. So 100, damn near over 3/4 of it is guaranteed. Pretty much. So everything is good to go in Green Bay land. I'm gonna check out this tweet he dropped to everybody. I'm gonna read y'all this tweet. He said, this was probably this afternoon, probably like 2:43. He said, "Hey everyone, just wanted to clear some things up. Yes, I will be playing with the Packers next year. However, reports about me signing a contract are inaccurate, as are the supposed terms of the contract I signed in parentheses. I'm very excited to be back." So he's saying that the terms are different, but this was at that time. So at the end of the day, he's going to be getting paid a boatload of money. Year 18, he says. Year 18 with one of these signals, with one of these emojis and a heart sign. So he's back at it. He got his guy Devontae Adams, and Green Bay is going to be Green Bay. And hopefully they can be the same Green Bay that loses to this team. But we ain't going to talk about that. That's for another show, people. That's for another show. So that's what's up. I'm glad to see that from Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay, so we can hush all that other stuff up, and get to business. Let's go. Also, let me just go ahead and read you this tweet from Ian Rappaport saying, thanks to the new cap room, Packers are expected to franchise Devontae Adams. We already knew that, right? We knew that. That's common sense. We use common sense around here in the Flawless family. Am I correct? Yeah, shake your head like that. Yes, we do. The Packers and MVP QB Aaron Rodgers have agreed to the terms in which I said before, 153 million guaranteed, and his cap number goes down. A monstrous commitment by Green Bay for years to come. Just think of, I don't know, I'm sure that would have worked out different had they not picked Love. I still don't think they'd have won another championship, but maybe they needed that drama. Who knows? Enough of Green Bay Packers. Congratulations to all those involved. Now, let's get to the. I don't know. I think this is bigger to me, way bigger than that, and that's the Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, and the Denver Broncos. Man, it's hard for me to even. It's so much. I'm definitely going to talk about this in another video, far as the pros and cons, who wins and loses within Denver Bronco organization. But as this goes, Denver is acquiring Russell Wilson and a 4th rounder, and the Seahawks are getting 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders, a 5th rounder, Drew Lock, Shelby Hearns, and Noah Fant. Man, that's a lot for Russell Wilson. That's a lot. But they had to address that weakness because they was already good. It was always going to be that team. You can't stroll back out there with somebody that's Teddy Bridgewater or somebody that's like that. It just wasn't going to work, So, man, this is exciting, man. It's going to be a lot of stuff going on over there in the AFC. They're going to be stacked over there. But guess what? My Niners ain't over there. And the only team we got to worry about, I keep harping on it. I'm feeling good about my Niners with the next couple of years because I feel we're going to get a championship. They're going to usher us a championship. Notice I didn't be like, oh, we're going to earn one. Y'all know how I feel about that. But, yeah, it's going to be exciting to see them playing. Excited to see him playing against Mahomes. To see Russ playing against Mahomes with Denver. And, man, it's awesome, And with Josh Allen and Herbert, it's going to be awesome. So let me ask you a question real quick. Who do you guys think is going to be the number 1 receiver that's going to have the most fantasy production out of Jerry Jeudy or Cortland Sutton? I was kind of excited for Noah Fant, but then I found out that he's a part of the trade and he's leaving. So I was like, man, But, so it seems like he might be throwing more to wide receivers and be less of a guy that targets. But he had 2 guys he threw it to before, but this is going to be very interesting. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Russell Wilson to get from up. Him and Pete Carroll had some type of issue going on. And it probably stemmed. It's still back for years, and probably both of them just being professionals and not saying much about it. But we'll see how long Pete Carroll lasts now without Russell Wilson. So nobody else to blame. And they're definitely going through a rebuilding situation over there. So that's what's up. To be honest with you, the person that I'm most excited for in Denver is Javonte Williams, to be totally honest with you. Call it what you want. Javonte, I'm not worried about Melvin. Melvin be gone because he don't want to play with Javonte. And he got to go get that payday. Some teams out there he can go be with. He'll sign with probably before I finish this video. He's going to be out of there. But Javonte got to stay upright. He's going to be freaking the top 5 running back easily. But congratulations to Russell Wilson. Congratulations to the Broncos. And congratulations to the Seahawks. They got a lot of picks and a lot of value for that veteran QB. Yeah, so in the upcoming, from here to draft season, you're going to be seeing a lot of videos about Cortland Sutton versus Jerry Jeudy. So I have my opinions on that. We'll speak about that in another video. I promise you it's coming. So that's what's up. Good for Russell Wilson. Good for Russell Wilson. It's time to make things happen, Russ. No more excuses, all right? That goes for you too, Denver. Looking at you, Denver Broncos. All right, next time, let's just run across some quick news and stuff that happened today. Let's talk about Mike Williams. Mike Williams with the Chargers. He got a nice long-term deal via a contract extension. 3 years, $60 million, 28 million. He's going to get paid next year. 28 million. Guys, 28 million for somebody that was that close to getting written off. And he had a wide receiver 1 year because he finished in the top 12 overall in all wide receivers. I think he finished maybe 8, but at like 9.5 point PPR. But good for him. He started hot, but he kind of fizzled off and then slightly kind of picked it back up. But listen, Mike Williams with the Chargers, again, 3 years, $60 million, 28 million. Next year, 40 million guaranteed. Target him in your drafts. As we can see, when you're attached to those young quarterbacks that are ascending, and I can still say Herbert's ascending, but he's a young talent and he's gonna have better years than what he had. So I can still say he's ascending, even though he's already like proven himself. So, and if they paid him that type of money, and we already know Keenan Allen is like this, so we're not drafting Keenan Allen, are we? Shake your head like this. Yeah, that's right. I don't care if it's the 8th, 9th round. We're not picking Keenan Allen. Thank you. All right, let's move on. Congratulations to Mike Williams. Ooh, Chris Godwin got the franchise tag. That was to be expected. He wasn't going anywhere. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens over there with the quarterback situation. That's upcoming as well. So Chris Godwin got the franchise tag. That was pretty much expected. All right. Deshaun Watson is expected to be a quarterback target for Tampa Bay. Let's be honest. I've heard other things as far as like a couple other quarterbacks coming in, as far as like Jimmy Garoppolo. But listen, I'm a Niner fan. Jimmy Garoppolo is who he is. He's not a field stretcher, and guess what? He want to throw and he's not. Granted, Brady wasn't mobile, but listen, you don't want to downgrade from Tom to Garoppolo. You don't want to do that. And Arians, he has short fuse, so I'll be honest with you, I can kind of see that happening with Deshaun. I believe he's already paid his dues to the. I don't know how to say this. Let's just say to the elites. For he better act like he know who he is. He don't run anything. He better check his arm color. He don't run anything in the NFL. He don't run it. And he ain't gonna get no type of treatment, no type of preferential. I said it, and that's just how it is. So he took his lashes. He took his lashes and his public beatdown and embarrassment. But he'll be back. It's money to be made with Deshaun Watson. It's just that simple. Let's be honest. So they're gonna put him somewhere where a lot of eyes can be on him and that team can flourish. I can see that happening in Tampa Bay. So hopefully it does. I would like to see him go to a contender. Because, man, you was on Houston. We wouldn't want to play for Houston. Woo, couldn't imagine. All right, next is Seahawks are trying to move on from my boy Tyler Lockett. Yeah, when that's in the news, when it's out there, it's out there. And trust me, Tyler Lockett's been a staple as in me having him every year in fantasy. But he's always somebody I can just draft nicely, somebody that can have big games. He ended up as a wide receiver 13.5 point PPR this year. And where you're picking him at in the 12-man draft with sometime late 5th, early 6th, hey, to pick up the highest, wide receiver 13 there, the highest wide receiver 2, and only one step away from being a wide receiver 1, all the way in the 6th round, that's saying something. But not no more. I'm off the bandwagon with Tyler Lockett. Chances are, since they're basically rebuilding over there in Seattle, they'll probably get rid of him, and they'll build everything else around DK Metcalf. That's what I believe. So I'm sure Tyler Lockett's going to get moved if that's out there in the air. Speaking of Tyler Lockett, let me ask you a question. If any of you guys know, maybe we shouldn't be talking about this. Is Tyler Lockett still a virgin? Hey, listen, I'm just asking. Maybe y'all know. I don't know. I did a little bit of research. Look real quick. Because I know in 2019 he came out and he had said that, I guess he had this little book and like a poem book. And he said that he was a virgin in it still and stuff like that. And he actually said it on the Adam Schefter podcast too. So, hey, it is what it is. So he's not married yet. I think he said he was trying to save himself for marriage. Hey, that's personal business. Hey, to each his own. Let him miss out. That's him. But yeah. So they're gonna be rebuild around DK Metcalf. So listen, Seattle fans, you got to go through it. You got your Super Bowl, and you understand that you're in rebuilding mode. So we hit them all: Deshaun Watson, Chris Godwin, Tyler Lockett, Mike Williams, and it's gonna start popping. It's gonna start popping, guys. A lot of news is gonna start coming down. I'm gonna jump on this news and start giving my input and what I think you should hold true to your heart and value and get some juice out of, and some stuff I feel like you just throw it away. Don't be deceived by the fool's gold. Just because players move, I think at the end of the day, it's gonna be a period where Russ is gonna have to adapt. So he's not gonna have that rapport that he can close his eyes and throw it to Lockett and and DK Metcalf and stuff. So that's why I kind of pull off for the receiving game. Denver is a defensive team, so you think they're gonna be in many shootouts? Well, they are playing against tough teams, but we'll see. I mean, he could be a nice. He ain't finishing below a QB 12. That's for sure. So that's what's up. Hey, let me just like I asked you guys earlier, who would you pick? Who would you pick out of Sutton and Judy currently, right now, as it stands? So and where do you think Deshaun Watson is going to go? That's another question I like to ask you. So and who do you think? If Deshaun Watson doesn't go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who you think could be the quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? But first and foremost, let's just focus on the Denver. I need to know who y'all like out of Judy right now, Judy and Sutton. Jump in the comments. Let me know who you think. I'll let you guys know who I think in the next video. I'll check you guys out. Listen, got anything else to add to the video? Jump in the comments. You have any requests for things I can cover? Let me know in the comments, and I'm gonna check out the comments in shortly. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until the next time, peace. Holla at your boy.